Well done, starting off the night on a winning note with Dynamic Bromac, who's been a horse that's always showed plenty of ability. He's been a little bit up and down at different times, but certainly you can't question what he's got inside him. And tonight he really produced his best and won well.
Oi, yeah, he's a really honest racehorse, and I was really lucky to get him. One of Dad's clients, Diane Riley, asked me if I wanted a horse from New Zealand that had had 2 starts for not much luck, and he was the first horse that an outside client had given to me, and yeah, I couldn't ask any more of him. He turns up every time he comes to the track.
Diane, she's very passionate about her harness racing. I know she was here Breeders' Crown Day trying to see whether she could get a ride on the horse and cart. I said, well, we just got to find one good enough to win the Breeders' Crown for you.
Yeah, exactly. She wants to ride in that carriage and drink some champagne in that carriage. So we made a couple of purchases last year, and that's our aim, for her to win the Breeders' Crown in the coming years and to get a ride in that carriage. But no, she's been a great supporter of me.
Won nice and impressively tonight and did it pretty comfortably at the finish, Zach.
Yeah, that's right, Rob. You know, he looked a leader on paper, and when he found the front sort of as easily as he did and was able to get a nice first half, he was always going to take some catching. He's
come along nicely at this horse. He's worked through his grades and continues to do so, and hopefully the future's looking bright for him.
Yeah, that's right. You know, Adam's done a great job placing him and just taking his time with him, and I think he'll have a little let up now, and you know, I think he'll make quite a nice 4-year-old going forwards.
All right, so you've got Larissa's advice later on for the Kari Males team and Paul Males, and she's going fantastic. She's won her last 3, taking on a different company tonight, which will certainly test her, but certainly from the nice draw, you would imagine possibly a first for Hope.
Oh, definitely. You know, Paul and Kari have got it going really well at the moment. As you say, it's a step up in grade, but at least she's racing her own sex tonight, which is a big help. And, you know, from the draw, if she can lob handy enough to him, I don't think she'll be far away.
That was a good, tough win tonight.
Yeah, they certainly made us work for it tonight. Look, probably just coming out into the straight, in the home straight, he pricked his ears forward after I pulled the hood, and I thought, oh, he's travelling all right. Look, and he just cruised up the straight, couple little flicks at the finish, and he's just going good at the moment. He's finally back to where he was.
Yeah, he seems to be back in the zone, and we see that happen a lot with horses, don't we? Sometimes they go out of the zone for a while, and sometimes no one really knows why. They just, you know, whether it's a seasonal thing, whether there's just a few things have upset him, but he's back where you like to see him. Well, I suppose now that he's going well, I think you nearly just got to keep going, do you?
Yeah, he'll keep going. Look, he didn't have a great deal of racing last season. He got a cold a couple of times, and I think he only had 11 or 12 starts, and he's just hitting his straps now, and he's looking $1 million. And
he looked.
And he was, as I was working the others today, he was in the paddock swinging a rug around the top of his head on his back legs, rearing up. So I thought you're feeling good.
His coat looks fantastic.
Yeah. Look, most trainers will say real good horses look after themselves really well, and he does. He just always looks $1 million.
Getting the job done here tonight and progressing nicely.
He did, Robbie. Yeah, he's probably a little bit disappointing here when he led and weakened a little bit last time, and his run last time at Terang was good. And tonight he's sort of back to his best, I think.
Okay, where to from here?
Look, it's you know, maybe back down here next week. There's a free for all, I think. But yeah, I don't know if his form would be good enough for a Victoria Cup now. You'd have to probably prove that in the next few weeks to be able to be anything a hope of that. But look, he's certainly a horse that's got the ability, but and possibly is better with a sit too. So you know. Yeah, he pleased me tonight.
Blake Credden and I were just having a bit of a chat. We've had a little side bet between the two of us. Who's the faster horse, Mr. Mojito or Amaretto?
Oh, geez, Amaretto would be pretty hard to get past, I reckon.
Oh, that's good. I'll win the bet, so that's all right. He's laughing at the back there. So, yeah, got a little bit of an inclination towards Amaretto?
Yeah. Look, she's certainly on top of her game at the minute. This bloke's gone really nicely, but look, she probably could have done what he did tonight.
Good win by this horse. It's always showed to have, she's always showed to have some nice ability, and just each run this campaign, it's taken her a while to hit her straps, but she's just sort of been given the indication that a few wins are close by, and bang, she's gone bang, bang in a row.
Yeah, she has, Robert. She's been building up to this, and it's just a good thing that she's won when she's at the peak of her powers, so it's been very good.
And always good to be at your peak and get a few nice draws, because that certainly helps too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You know, she hasn't had one for a while. Like last week, she drew okay, but then she still had to make her own luck. But she just followed a couple of nice ones tonight, and everything worked out for her, and yeah, she got the win.
Good last half, wasn't it? It was a solid run race from the word go. A lead time 6.8, and once they break that 7 seconds lead time, you know, they've hummed along, and then really 28.6. So they certainly went hard early, and then really the tempo picked up once again at the 800.
Yeah, it did so. You just got a little bit of a breather from the 12 to the 8, but you know that the horse that led, he's always had good speed at Menangle, and you know it was a good one to follow tonight.
And coming to the turn, obviously they sort of got away a little bit from you, but you never gave up the chase.
No, she does that. She's, you know, she loses the back of them, but you can tell she's always going well, and you know, it all worked out well. She was running up the track a bit tonight, and it just worked out well. I didn't have to go down the sprint lane because the leader was sort of wanting to go down there tonight too. So you know, it all worked in our favour.
Getting a soft trip behind the leader and got the run at the right time mark, and she finished off the job very well.
Yeah, no, thanks, Rob. Yeah, no, it was really good. She was really good. You know, she had a perfect draw tonight, and she had a really good trip. You know, and she's pretty versatile. She's really fast. You know, so that run suited her really well.
It did. It was a perfect run. Larissa's advice, not really knowing whether she had the speed to hold out a couple of the ones outside of it. She came out well, and once there was no pressure early, she held the front, and right at that point you really wanted to be on Carla's Pixel, because she's got a pretty sharp sprint on her, and she's gone through the Vic Bred series and done a marvellous job really all the way through, and she's come up on trumps tonight.
Yeah, no, that's right. She's had a marvellous season. You know, she went through the Vic Bred. She's probably a little bit unlucky to not to be in the final, but you know, she was here tonight. She got a good trip, and she just proved that she was just a little bit better than them tonight.
And well done, Gav. Just saying to Fred, she's just an amazing mare, and she's won 21 races from 57 starts, and winning 21, it's pretty hard to win 1 or 2, 3 or 4, and then as it gets high, it gets harder, but she just keeps notching up wins, and she's been an amazing trotter and done a great job.
Yeah, no, too right about that. She's been in the top bracket right from, you know, the day dot really, so yeah, she's I mean, I know that 1700's probably right up her alley, given she can leave the machine like she does and makes her own luck that way. But no, she's really racing well, and yeah, Lils has done a great job with her really.
Yeah, she's an 8-year-old now, so obviously you would imagine there's still, you know, even though the age is creeping up on her, but she's still got you know, looking at her, still got a good 12 months at least of good racing ahead of her.
Yeah, well, I mean, 8-year-old isn't old when we talk trotters. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know what the plans are to continue on. You know, there's plenty of time to be a brood mare. That's all I'll say.
Zach, well done. Double tonight. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. You know, last year was pretty amazing, really. It was a bit of a whirlwind. You know, very fortunate to get some great opportunities and make the most of them. So, you know, hopefully we can just carry it over this year.
You seem to have this great love affair with the trotter, Zach. I know you're getting a lot of good opportunities, but by golly, they're running for you, and you seem to have a very good understanding of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, you know, driving Anton's horses has probably taught me a hell of a lot over the last 6 months, and, you know, they're completely different to driving a pacer. You know, you just got to be so much more balanced with them and things like that. But, you know, when they're so well bred and trained to the minute like these horses are, it makes a hell of a difference.
Very much so. And this horse here, Anton's done a great job. Was off the scene for a long time, and she's going well. Yeah,
she is too, right, Rob. You know, she can sort of mix and match her form a little bit, but, you know, when she's right, she's a pretty classy mare.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. Yeah, he did have a flat spot, and yeah.
He's always been a very nice horse. He's run some excellent races and didn't have a lot of luck with some barrier draws, and probably not much better tonight, but it turned out okay.
Yeah, it did, and at times he's been his own worst enemy, but he's a lot more tractable now, and hopefully now he can keep going.
Yeah, he's a neat little horse, very professional, and seems pretty versatile as well.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a lot tougher than what he used to be, so yeah, that'll help him a lot.